Hey everyone, how's it going? We are excited for this episode today. We got to talk with the C-pop idol and an up-and-coming Mandarin solo artist, Shen. Ali popped up on my suggested reels one day, and I noticed her speaking fluent English, and so I knew it'd be fun to chat with her. She has so much charm and warmth, it was just really a joy to talk with her, and the hour just flew by. I'm also happy to say this was Ali's first U.S. interview, so that's pretty cool to be part of that. So without further ado, let's get into our chat with Shen. You're listening to the Infatuasian podcast. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I think we have a really fun show for you today. We are joined by Shen. Chinese name is Shen Lian, and she is a Taiwanese C-pop idol, solo singer, and content creator. It is my pleasure to welcome Shen to the podcast. Hey, Ali, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Are you in Taipei City today?
Yeah, I'm currently in Taipei. It's 10 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. It's Friday over there. It's still Thursday over here. We're
right.
You're a whole day ahead of it. Well, not a whole day. You're 15 hours ahead of us.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
It's weird, right? It's so weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, I know it's been a month or so, but I saw a post that you made that you're still having earthquakes over there.
Yes, like right now, earthquakes are like so frequent that sometimes I do not know whether it's just me like being busy or it's the earthquake.
Is the room moving or am I moving?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. That was a big one, though. The one in about a month ago, April 3rd, I think, was a really big one, huh?
Yeah, it really was. Like I think it was the biggest one that I have ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
I got woken up.
Yeah, I saw a cute little post. I saw you jump on and do a little live update. No makeup or in your pajamas, and you were just kind of like, guys.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I had the biggest earthquake of my life.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary when the whole world moves a little bit.
It really is. But then at the same time, I feel like one thing about like people living in Taiwan is that whenever there's earthquake, I feel like sometimes people just don't evacuate.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to it, so just
You're
stay
right.
in the house. Like even after earthquake, I just stayed in my room. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah, San Francisco is the same. Yeah, we have a lot of earthquakes out here too. So
Yeah.
I guess that's the part about living on this. I guess it's the ring of fire. We live on the same circle.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if your agent Doris told you, but I love Taiwan. I lived there for a little bit in the early
For how long?
2000s. Well, not very long at a time. I did 3 summers, so maybe like 10 weeks at a time, but for 3 different summers. And if I did my math correctly, I was there in 2001 and 2002. So maybe I saw a baby Leon walking there.
I doubt. Were you in Taipei?
I was in Taipei, yeah.
Because I was born in Kaohsiung, like all the way down.
Okay.
I left Taiwan around like 3 months. So
Oh, you're really little. Okay.
yeah. What's your favorite thing about Taiwan?
Oh, it's got to be the Nero, man. Like, I can't find it out here. I've been looking for a good beef noodle out here, and I can't find a good one.
Really? In San Francisco?
Yeah, you would think, right? But
Yeah.
maybe we're known more for, like, Cantonese food or Hong Kong food.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe.
Should definitely come back to visit.
I know. I need to. Yeah, definitely the food, number one. And then I just like the city, I think, Tokyo and Seoul get a lot of, it's in the news all the time where people travel there all the time. But I think Taipei is a really cool place to visit. So if I get a chance, I'd like to go back.
Hit me up if you do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I need a tour guide, yeah. You know what I want to do? I want to go during New Year's and see the Taipei 101 fireworks.
Oh, you have to go to because near Taipei 101, there are many bars.
Uh-huh.
You have to go to one of the rooftop bars so you can see the firework in pace. Because last time I was performing at the new Taipei, like Taipei City Hall, which is like the New Year performance stage and like the
Yeah.
biggest one in Taipei. And after that, I went to find my friends to watch the fireworks, but the roads were so crowded.
Oh, yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
took me more than half an hour to get through a pass that would normally take me 7.
Oh.
Yeah, so really like go to like a bar or something so you don't have to squeeze with
uh,
people.
okay. Good advice. Good advice. I'll definitely remember that one. All right. So we actually like to greet our guests in the Asian way. So, Leon, Chirlama.
Good pronunciation. I got some latte and cannolis next to me. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I told you a minute ago. I saw that you were up late baking those cannoli. Was it worth it? Are they good?
Yeah, they're good. I gave
Okay.
some to my manager and she like started snacking.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's the best part is sharing, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I saw your reel yesterday. You dropped a reel about what a C-pop idol eats in a day. And I was kind of, I was thinking because you're super skinny and, you have to be on stage all the time. So I was thinking that maybe you don't eat very much. But I saw you had like a pork chop and some noodles and hot pot. Like you eat. Like, Allie, you like to eat.
I love to eat and I feel like sacrificing food is one of the biggest thing that I would have to do. So I just eat, but then I go work out. So
Yeah.
to balance it out. Yeah.
You're always working, always moving. Yeah. Hey, we'll talk about this in a second. You grew up outside of Taiwan. Do you do Western food and Asian food equally, or do you have a preference?
I like both.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be honest, I'm really, really huge fan of pasta and sourdough bread. Like I love bread.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think I can ever sacrifice that. But at the same time, I love hot pot, skewers,
Uh-huh.
barbecues. Like I feel like
Right,
Asian
right.
food is just like loads of carbs and meat, and it's just oh so good.
It's so good. Yeah, no, Taiwan, yeah, for sure. So, speaking of your roots, so you have kind of an interesting history. I think it makes you very unique. You were born in Taipei or born in Taiwan, but then you moved to Europe. You moved to Germany and Switzerland. When did you move?
I moved to Switzerland first after I was born for like 3 months, and I moved to
No.
Switzerland for 4 years. And then I moved to Germany for 2, and I moved back to Taiwan for another 3, and I moved back
Okay.
to Germany again for another
Oh
six
man.
years. And then I moved back, and then now I've been here ever since.
Man. Okay. So your whole family is moving together? Like your parents had jobs?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And so would you say, well, I guess Mandarin would be your first language, but was German pretty close to your first language too?
I would say yes, because to be honest, till now, I don't even know how to write in Mandarin. Like I can't write,
Oh,
but I
oh.
can type. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then, so what's funny is whenever I have to go to the doctor or something, and then they tell me to write stuff, I have to type it on my phone first, and then like draw it out.
But like you don't do calligraphy or you don't
No, I
do the
can't. So
uh
I would say, I mean, I feel like speaking wise, I got pretty fluent as well since I lived here for a long time now, ever since I
yeah.
came back. So I would say Chinese is pretty much like one of my first languages. And then German and English. German used to be much better. But then since I haven't like been speaking German as much, so I feel like my English got a little bit better. So
Okay. Okay. Hey, I don't have many, but I have a few listeners in Germany.
oh
Do you think
really?
we could say hi to them?
Ja. Hallo Leute, ich bin Ali und es freut mich sehr, euch kennenzulernen.
All right. I'm hoping you said something good.
I just said, hi, I'm Ali. It's nice to meet you guys.
No, but I've heard you speak a little French too. You studied French in school.
I did because it was mandatory for like high school people in Germany to take on another language.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
between Spanish and French, I chose French because I always thought it sounded so romantic and hot.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But then after I came back to Taiwan, I didn't have any like contact with French
Right.
for like the entire time of my high school. So I
Sure.
basically completely forgot. The only thing I can remember is bonjour, ça va. And maybe like something else, like, oh, je ne comprends pas. As in, like, I do not understand. But then I think that's it.
Yeah, you use it or lose it, right? Like if you don't
Yeah.
use it, it kind of fades. Huh. Well, that's really cool though. I think that's kind of like your secret power in a way. Like people don't know that when they see you and then all of a
A
sudden it
little
comes
bit.
out. That's very cool. When you were in Germany, were there other kids that looked like you? Did you see other kids in your classroom that were Asian or were you kind of alone?
I was I was having another Asian classmate in my class, but I had like a best friend, like girl best friend, who's also Asian in like the
Mm.
class next door. Like they were both Chinese, but then we got along pretty well. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I was that lonely. Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel connected to your Taiwanese culture still?
Back in Germany, I don't know, like, because I feel like we were living by like German traditions, as in like
Mm.
the festivals, like we celebrated all of them. And of course, we had holidays. So, like, you would like celebrate them with like Easter and Christmas, etc.
Uh-huh.
So, for example, like Chinese New Year, I don't think I've ever experienced like a really traditional big Chinese New Year kind of
Mm.
vibe. Or like Dragon Boat Festival, kind of like I always knew there were like some events that my parents would take me to, and I'd be like, oh, it's pretty interesting. But then will we like really celebrate it and be like, oh, next week is Dragon Boat Festival. We need to come get together. I don't really think so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that makes sense because you're immersed in German culture over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you went back a little bit. So you came back for a couple years. You said,
Yeah. Like for three.
yeah. Was that a culture shock for you to come back to Taiwan?
Good question. I can't really remember because I was still small. It was like when I was 7, like first year of elementary. But then what I can remember is when I moved back to Germany, I forgot all of my German and I had to
Uh,
relearn again.
uh-huh. Your parents are messing with you.
Yeah. And I still remember because before that I was in kindergarten, right? So I had like a really good friend. And then
Uh-huh.
when we moved back, my of course my parents took me to like see my best friend again. And then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly we couldn't communicate anymore. And then she was so shook because she didn't know what to do.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
suddenly I didn't understand anything that she was saying.
Oh man, your brain it's all in there, right? But you just can't get it out. Yeah. Oh wow, man. Besides languages, what do you think you took away from your time in Europe?
I would say like easygoing characteristics. I feel like that's one of them.
Mm.
And then independent thinking, I think. Because I feel
Hmm.
like in Germany, even for students, like they give you a lot of space and creativity to figure out what you want and what you want to study. In comparison to Taiwan, I feel like your schedule is set all the way to high school, and then you choose what you want to do and you
Hmm.
like in university. But
Right,
then in
right.
Germany, is like starting high school is you start to choose your classes and you kind of start to like figure out what you want to do.
Hmm. So I think I get this right. So around you're about 17 years old, and did you want to be a cheerleader? Is that I read that somewhere that you were thinking about being a cheerleader, so you wanted to move back to Taiwan?
Um, when I went back to Taiwan, and then in my high school, there was like different clubs, and one of them was cheerleading. And then my friend happened to be in there, so I was like, okay, all right, I will join. So I was in cheer for like 4 years of my high school time. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But were you trained in piano and singing and dancing, or where did the musical part come in?
I was trained in piano and violin. I played the piano for around 10 years and violin for 2.5. Like to be honest, I never thought that I would be in entertainment industry. Like my my I wouldn't say dream job or like my I would say my goal was always to like be a successful like businesswoman in like suit, be really classy. I feel like that's
Yeah,
what I was aiming for and what was also like kind of my parents like expectation of me, I will say. But
sure.
then
Yeah.
I happened to like explore this role, so I just went.
And so there was a competition or a kind of a competition where there was was it a modeling competition, but there was a part for idols and singers and artists track on that?
It was a modeling competition, and I applied for like the junior division, which is just basically you just had to be cute. And I was 15, so it makes sense.
Okay.
But then so I got in, and then one of the judges was my other company's record boss.
Hmm.
So he was like, "Hey, I recently want to train a girl group. Like, would you be interested? And then
Mm.
15-year-old me, I was like naive, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be Blackpink, I'm gonna be Twice. So I was like,
Right,
yes,
right,
let's
right.
do it. And I signed the contract.
Was that the
Yeah.
first time you actually trained in singing?
Yeah, it was. And dancing as well, I'd say.
Oh, okay, okay. So you train with them, and then they form a group called Per Six,
Exactly.
and some really fun songs with them. And so that was 2020.
Yes.
And but then, so what happened next? So then there was a reality show in 2023. How did you get involved with that?
So basically Per Six debuted, like we released two EPs. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, COVID hit. So like
Oh, yeah.
I would say like it wasn't doing as good. So we're technically on a hold. And
Mm,
then during that time, we did not have any new like songs coming out, etc. And then 2023, like, because I'm signed to two companies at the same time.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So my other company was like, "Hey, I saw you doing like covers by yourself on YouTube, and then recently there's this new reality show coming up, and I want to recruit a group for this reality show. Would you be interested?" So my boss
Mm,
reached out to me, and then I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Like, I'm already
yeah.
in this. I signed the contract, and I'm not doing anything right now. And then I was kind of worried what I was gonna do with my life. So I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
let's do
Yeah.
it." So that's how I got into the new reality show, and then AKA the new group that was formed.
Yeah. And so that's called Next Girls.
Yes.
And so the concept that I watched a little. Everyone out there can watch a little. It's on YouTube. Not very much is in subtitles, but there's a few. There's a few episodes with
Really?
subtitles. Yeah, episode one. Well, you know which one is subtitled? The one when you go camping.
Oh, it's like a reality show version of the show.
Yeah, so that one was there's subtitles on that one and a little bit here and there, and it's a good chance for me to practice my Mandarin. But it's real fun. So there's 54 girls,
Yes.
and I think they're forming six groups out of it.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah, continue.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you go ahead. You tell me. You know more than I do.
I think you know a lot. Like I don't even need to fill you in. Like you know everything. So it's six group and then six companies actually. So it's kind of like six companies like competing against themselves, kind of.
Mm-hmm. And I think a few of your friends from Per Six came with you on that one as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that was the beginning of Twinkle Black, yeah. And then you kind of filled in. I think it's nine girls total now.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the show like? I think I watched a few survival shows before, and it makes you realize that there are a lot of talented people out there. Like everyone's beautiful, everyone's talented. Everyone is really skilled. What did you take away by being on that show?
I feel like stage presence, I feel like that's one of the biggest thing because I feel like
Mm,
one thing in Taiwan is that we don't have as much like big stages like that are like pre-recorded as
mm,
in Korea. So I feel like having the opportunity to be on such reality show again where they're like camera focused on you 24 like all the
uh-huh.
time, like you kind
Yeah,
of like get the reflex of like, oh, looking at a camera when it's like, red dotting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think they
That's
loved you though. I mean, from what I saw, I don't understand Mandarin that well, but I think you really had a chance to shine on that show. Did you feel pretty
yeah.
confident?
I think I'm really blessed by the show because I feel like I was pretty much sane on this whole show in total. So I feel like I'm really blessed because I feel like and one thing about reality show is you go on there, but then sometimes like you just happen to go on there, but then people still don't know you kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it wasn't like that for me. So I feel like throughout the show, like I got more people to know me, which I'm really grateful for. So I'll say it's a
Yeah.
good experience.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with a lot of the other girls?
Oh yeah, I do. Like
Yeah.
I sometimes like message them and was like, "Hey, do you want to do a cover?"
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I noticed on your reels a lot of your friends do speak English. Are they American or where Australian? Where are they from?
My reels.
Okay, let me think if I can think of. Okay, so some of the ones. Okay, so you're in the car.
Oh, okay. So one of them is like okay. Most of my friends are like ABC, so like Asian born,
Oh,
like Chinese, American
uh-huh.
born Chinese.
Right.
And then like one of the girl in the car is my high school best friend.
Okay.
And so like we grew up together in a bilingual school, and then she lives in the US right now. She's in LA. She
Oh,
goes to
okay.
USC.
Okay. Okay.
So I feel like that's why most of my friends speak English.
Uh, are you kind of naturally drawn to people who lived overseas, because you have that shared experience a little
Yeah,
bit?
I feel like I am. I feel like it's the vibe that you guys are just on the same wavelengths, I feel
Yeah.
like
No, I
culture
noticed that.
wise, etc.
Yeah. Like whenever I've traveled a little bit in the world, for a little bit longer. And whenever you find someone, like even if it's Canadian or Australian, you feel a bond, you feel like, hey, we're neighbors. It's like not really, but you feel some connection.
Like sometimes when I walk on the street and I hear someone speaking English or like German, like a language that I know, and I will turn around and be like, who is it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're brothers. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny like that. All right, so you're form a new band called Twinkle Black. What how would you describe the concept of Twinkle Black?
I would say Twinkle Black is like out of the six group, we're more elegant. Like we're focused like on like the elegancy of the whole, like looking smooth and classy. I feel like
Hmm.
because like for example, Crimson, which is the other team, they're really hip hoppy.
Yeah.
Like they're going
Yeah.
for the bold hip hop vibe, but then we're going for the classy, elegant vibe. So I would say that. So like our songs are more, I would say, smooth, and then sometimes on a
Yeah.
sweeter note to like emphasize the characteristic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have some cute songs too. I think you have maybe the twinkle is the cute part and the black is the sophisticated part, maybe.
Oh, oh, that's a good explanation. I should use that next time when someone asks me.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song to sing or just that you like?
Like out of the album, or like just
Yeah. How about out of Twinkle Black songs?
I would say one of it, it's definitely the last song, Copy Paste, because I feel like that
Mm,
one is the most bold song. Because I
yeah.
feel like from like me personally, I don't like as sweet songs as much. So like I like to go for the vroom
Fierce.
vroom vibe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very said and undo, and you can copy paste on you. Copy paste. Hey, you wanna copy what you see? Copy me. Don't like BRB. Copy paste. You wanna hate me? Let me IDC. Copy me. Well, easy to replace. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm so tired of having this conversation. No, feels like we're losing emotion, digging out this.
But then, despite that, if I have to choose another one, I feel like it will be Your Own Star
Hmm.
or Like It, which was a collaboration song with Jen Blue.
Yeah, yeah. I saw both of those. I've been
You
I've been stalking
watch
you, Ali.
everything.
All right, but okay, so of those, I really like Be Your Own Star because I don't know, is it the bridge or the third pre-chorus, but there's a part where you hit this note. And-
That's also the reason why I like it the most, because I was like, yes, I did it.
yeah. Well, on the live version of it, yeah, the judges felt the same way. They kind of had chills and they really thought you really nailed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so happy
Yeah.
when I did that, because one like backstory is when I was doing recording, and I have this thing whenever there's a high note, I have a fear of high
Uh,
notes, and then like my voice gets like choked together,
You're
and
tight.
I can
Yeah.
never hit it doing like practices or recording time.
Yeah.
And then that day, it just went so smoothly, and I was like, oh, I did it, kind of moment.
Yeah. Yeah. That was cute.
被我劝，天晓得我多感谢，Today's still on my way. Be your own star，连自己都迷上，镜子里那倔强的目光，独一无二的闪亮，不算般的无瑕，所有爱豆也无法招架。Be your own star。
And it's almost like you have to relax. You feel like you have to tighten up, but you have to relax.
Yeah, you have to relax when you say high notes. It's a weird thing, but you have to.
Yeah. And you have kind of a natural lower register, yeah, in your normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's why I always have fear of higher notes.
Mm.
Like whenever I hear it, I'm like, Oh my God, it's so high.
Yeah, yeah. So the one problem I have with Twinkle Black is I want more Ali Shen. So I mean, you're sharing parts with 9 other girls or 8 other girls, right? So it's
Yeah.
you don't get a ton of long. But now,
Good news.
good news is you can have more Ali Shen because Ali's doing some solo songs. You have one song released. Actually, that's how I found you. Was that reel of you and your friend, and you sing "Love Me Right Now" to a boy in Australia. Do you know which?
Was it in a car as well?
Do you remember which reel I'm talking about?
Oh my God, did that reel reach all the way to the US?
It did. That's how I found you. Yeah, you popped up on my suggested thing, and I was like, "Oh, this person's really cool," and the story is really cool. So the song is called "Love Me Right Now," and you helped write it. And
Yeah.
so, do you want to give me the story behind this song?
I can give you a little bit.
Okay,
So
give me a little bit.
I can give you an update. How about that? So I think
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
know you the story. So we're still talking.
Okay.
We're still talking. We're in touch. But then if there's anything more to it, I'll let you know in private.
Okay. Okay. But you did kind of write it for him though, huh?
Yeah, like I feel like that was like kind of the experience because that's how we met. Like I met like him. Let's call him Steve. I met
Okay,
Steve. I met Steve when I went to vacation in Australia and was only there for 2 weeks. So it was like a really quick thing. And then after that, I went back. But then we kept in touch. So it was like kind of like a overseas talking kind of
Long
thing. So we never like
distance,
really
yeah.
like had the time to meet each other. So
Mhm.
I feel like writing a song was like, oh, kind of another like vibey wavelength thing.
Yeah, yeah.
你说好想旅行，是否牵手带我一起飞行，向着你贴近？Baby， 我想听你说 ，Baby 说声你爱我，等什么？想什么？还不趁现在，Baby 期待听你说，Baby ，want you to be mine, love me right now.
Well, I mean, that works for Taylor Swift. I mean, a lot of her best songs are songs about boys or
Dude, Taylor is just a hit. Like
yeah, she knows. She knows how to do it. But okay, so we have that song, "Love Me Right Now." Guys can listen to it on Spotify or wherever you get your music. But I think there's some new songs coming out too. Do you have a few updates for those?
yes. So this May I'm officially going solo. So I'm starting my solo career, and there will be 2 songs released. One approximately in May, which is the first one called Secret. And then in June, the other one, Stuck in the Dark, will be released. So stay tuned to both of these songs. I hope you guys will like it because I really like these 2. I think it's one of my favorite songs I have ever like put out there. So yeah.
All right, so stay tuned, everyone. Actually, if you look really hard online, you can hear little bits of them on.
Yeah.
Online.
You know everything, huh?
You know what? I do my research because I don't want to come on here and not have anything to say, right?
Respect. Full given respect.
So actually, you know where I heard it was you just got through Taipei Fashion Week.
Yes.
And so you were, was it Demur? What was the company you were?
Amor.
Demur. So you were actually modeling and singing at the same time. That's got to take a little skill.
It was actually really funny because when we were having the rehearsal, like I always thought I would just have to sing. And then after I sing, I'll just go off stage. And then the show producer was like, all right, so do a little runway to the front and then go back. And I grabbed the microphone. I'm like, wait, I'm doing the runway as well?
Oh, man.
But then it was actually one of my goals to always like go on the runway because from height, like I'm too short to be on the runway. So having the experience to be on the runway as an artist was like, oh my gosh, I did it, you know?
Yeah. No, that looked good. It looked really fun. And you did great. I mean, the song sounded great. I only heard a little bit, but we have more coming soon, the full versions. Would you want to do more modeling?
I would say for fun, yes. But then the main focus, I still want to focus on music because I like how music connects like me and my audience. I like the feeling. Like they can,
Yeah.
it's like they can relate to me or like look into my soul and my feelings.
Yeah. Is performing live your favorite thing about being an idol?
Yes, I think so. I feel like the connection that you can have and the freedom on stage to do what you want and what you feel, and then hence that the audience below, like they feel connected to your performance or the song is, I think it's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah. But going solo though, you won't have all your girls behind you. You're just gonna be out there by
Yeah.
yourself.
A little bit anxious for that, but at
Yeah,
the same time excited. So
that's cool.
hopefully I'll do all right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot to ask you. I saw you say something a little bit about this. How are your parents doing with all this? Are they 100% on board? Are they still waiting for you to go to college, or what's the plan?
My dad was the person who was like the longest hesitant about it.
Hmm.
Like he always had the back of her mind that, oh, it's just a hobby. She'll eventually go to masters. But then and then my mom is like, oh, I support you, but I still would like you to do masters. But then
Hmm.
recently I feel like I kind of like persuaded them like through what I'm doing that I think the master can be on hold a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so because otherwise I was gonna go abroad for studies for college, but then I basically like didn't go for my entertainment career.
Is that?
Otherwise, I might be in London right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, tell Kai to be quiet back there.
Yeah, you have to be quiet. You're being too loud.
He he wants to be on the radio too.
Being too loud.
So, do you know what you would study if you did do a master's?
Yes, I would do marketing management related.
Mm,
I'm business girly.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, as someone, I get both sides because I'm a dad and I have a daughter. She's 14 and 12. So I can imagine if they told me, like, hey, I'm joining a band or I'm joining a girl group, and they don't want to go to college. I can understand how that would be difficult. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I understand that, when you're 22, 23, you have a long time to live. You
But then
could,
at the same time, oh, I think the deal that I had with my parents and dad was I will still finish my school, but then I will do this like alongside. So they were okay with it.
mm,
I feel like we met kind of in the middle
yeah,
because
yeah,
I feel like parents, they always want the best for you. And I feel like they wanting me to study is just a way of they like wanting me to have kind of like a plan B just in
yeah,
case. Because I feel
yeah,
like entertainment career is actually not that stable. Like it's pretty like luck based as well. So I mean, yeah, like I don't think parents would ever want something bad for you. So
yeah. They're just worried a little. They want you to be
yeah.
safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
But you're doing well, so at least that's working out for you. That you're not totally struggling. So at least they can see that you're
Hopefully.
happy. Yeah. Well, I hope so too. Yeah. All right. Hey, so Allie, you have survived our difficult questions. Are you ready for our lightning round?
Yes.
Okay, so whatever pops to your head, don't think too hard.
All right.
So you've traveled all over the world. You've lived in lots of different places. If there was one place that you could go back to tomorrow without even spending a dime, where would you go back to?
Wait, to somewhere where I have been or not been?
Yeah, somewhere where you've already been. Like if you could just teleport there right now, where would you go?
Oh my gosh.
There's too many.
Okay, I would go back to Germany because I haven't been there for like 5 years already, and I
Mm,
miss like a thing called Metwurst. It's like raw pork that you smear on bread. It's
okay.
so good.
Really? Okay. Do you feel like Germany's home in a lot of ways?
Yeah, I would say because I feel like I spent most of my childhood there. So when I go there, I feel like I'm like back to somewhere really familiar, like kind of like
Mm,
home feeling. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. You're definitely like a third culture kid, like you have a
Yeah.
lot of experiences. All right. Well, how about one place on your travel list that you haven't been to yet?
Bali.
Really? Yeah.
Because I really like beaches and I keep seeing like the beautiful beaches
Oh
and then
yeah.
sun and then like
Yeah.
the drink, like it looks so tropical. I'm like, oh, I want to go.
Yeah. One of those huts over the water, where there's
Yes. They look so good.
No, I have a few friends who say Bali would be their. I did a travel show episode on travel, and a lot of people said Bali was their favorite. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. I need to go.
You're not that far, right? How long would a flight be? Like 4 hours?
Yeah, I think so. Around.
Yeah, not too bad. You could do it. You could do it on a weekend.
You mean like 2 days Bali and I come back?
Maybe. I don't know. You might not want to leave though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. So, what is playing on Allie's playlist right now? Like, what are you listening to? You gotta look it up.
Quickly. Oh, the most recent one is Heya by Ive.
Yeah, they just dropped
The
that.
new song. I was streaming to that. But then the other one is the new Taylor Swift album, The Tortured Poets Department.
Yeah. You and everyone in the world is listening to that album. Yeah. Now, I think we're at a good time for music, don't you think? There's a lot of good stuff coming out all over the world. You know, of course, Korea, but all over the world. Really cool stuff. Yeah. Do you listen to old school C-pop or anything?
I don't really listen to old school C-pop, but I really like 2014 hits, 2013.
That era? That was like...
I feel like that one is like, I don't know, maybe it's like the childhood memory songs.
The middle school,
I feel like the songs there just hits.
Yeah. There were some good ones. Yeah. Like who would you listen to? Like, well, Taylor Swift, little Justin Bieber, maybe, or
yeah, Justin Bieber, and then Katy Perry.
Oh yeah,
back then.
Yeah.
Like there were so many, like Chainsmokers. Oh, I think it was the area of EDM, right?
The DJ. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. If you could collaborate with anyone, even if they're not even living anymore, so if you could collaborate with anyone living or deceased, who would you want to collaborate with?
I have one big person that I would love to have any collaborations with is Jenny.
Oh,
like,
man.
Jenny. Like I really like her and I admire for her work. So I feel like if ever this happens, I am blessed.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the new song with Zico?
Yes.
That song slaps.
Cover with a friend.
No, that's really fun.
We're not going home tonight. Alright. 네게 wake up team party. Up and down, round and round, hit the spot.
It must be nice to be Jenny, huh? Like to have all that talent and all that connections. Yeah, she's got some stuff going on. All right. What are your favorite things to say in German and Mandarin?
German and Mandarin, I would say ich hab Hunger.
What is that?
I'm hungry.
Oh man. Okay, you're true to your brand. I appreciate that. Actually, that was my next question is what's your favorite, since I noticed on Instagram you have a lot of food videos. What's your favorite type of cuisine?
Oh, this one is so hard. It's like one that I have to stick to forever, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh no. All right, can I just say Asian? Like that's
Sure.
broad.
Yeah.
I would say Asian. Because
Yeah.
I feel like Asian has so many like varieties.
Right. How about Taiwanese street food? What's your favorite item? If you go to a night market, what's your favorite item?
I have 3 go-to. Can I name all 3?
Okay, sure.
Sweet potato bowls.
Oh.
That's really good. Stinky tofu.
Stinky tofu.
Everyone who hasn't tried it, you should actually try it because the smell is actually not as bad as you think it will be. Like
That's what I've heard. I haven't done it because of the smell, but people tell me if I get past the smell, like you do the fried one, is that the one you do?
Yes.
Okay.
If you get past the smell and you eat it, it's so good that next time you smell the smell, you're like, oh my gosh, it smells so good.
Really? Because that's not happening for me right now. Right now, when I smell it, I go the other way. I go the other direction.
Hopefully, when you come, you should give it another try. It's actually good.
Okay, if you're my tour guide, I will try it if you're with
All right,
me.
bet.
Pinky square.
Pinky promise.
All right, you had one more too. That's 2.
Tanghulu.
The Tanghulu.
I love it so much.
Yeah. What do you like? Grapes or pineapple or?
Oh, I actually like strawberries, and another thing is tomatoes.
Really? Like the
You
little
guys should
cherry
try
tomatoes.
tanghulu with cherry tomatoes because I think Kai because the acidity and the tomato like balances out the sweetness with the sugar and
Huh.
it's not as sweet.
Huh. Okay. That's an interesting. I've never tried that one. I've tried only fruit ones. All right. And then that leads us to our signature question. We asked our guests who their infatuation is. Infatuation is anyone in the Asian community that you admire, could be living or deceased. So, Ali Shen, who is your infatuation?
I feel like the answer is obvious. Jenny.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen her live? Have you seen them perform live?
Yes, I went to the concert when they went to Kaohsiung and then
Hmm.
I was so happy.
Fangirling hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. They came to San Francisco and I didn't go. I was thinking, oh, I'll see them next time, but I don't know. We don't know when there will
Yeah,
be a
we don't
next time.
know. But I'm looking to like maybe Jenny will have like an solo concert, maybe,
Yeah.
hopefully.
No,
So
I think she will. Yeah, I think she will. But there's something about the four of them all together, though, right? It's
yeah, I feel like it's a bond.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Oh well, we'll see if they ever come back. I think I would like
Yeah.
to see them at least once. Yeah. What do you like so much about Jenny? Just her whole vibe, or her singing, or rapping, dancing?
I feel like beside her skills and her stage performance, I really like how ambitious she is. I feel like after leaving, like starting her own company and then having everything kind of planned out, like having new songs already, I feel like I can tell through that she's really work driven.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I aspire to be like as well, because I'm pretty a work driven person, I will say. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hope that one day people will look at me as in, oh, like besides like you having a good stage performance, I really like seeing you on stage. But at the same time, I would say I would consider Ali as a really work-driven person, ambitious person. I think that's who I like to be, and that's why I kind of look up to her so much.
Yeah, yeah, and just the talent.
Yeah,
She's a real ace, you know. Like if they
really.
talk about ace, yeah, she has so many skills. But yeah, I think of the four girls, I think she has like the just purest skill in terms of rapping
I
and
think she
singing. She can
has
do
just like
everything.
charisma that's like just gets you.
Yeah. You know what's interesting though? You've seen some other things with her, I'm sure, and she's really shy, she says. Like she says she's shy and doesn't have a lot of friends. Like it's kind of shocking, right? You think,
I've saw some like her private stuff, and then oh, I also really like the contrast of her on stage and then in private. Like on stage, she's
yeah.
like so bold and like so confident, but then like in private, she's like a little girl, and I'm just like, that's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Did you see the one when she took her dog to the dog whisperer?
No, can you send me the
There's a
link?
Korean. Yeah, I will. I will. I'll send it to your manager. Yeah, so it's so funny. It's really funny because the dog will listen to the trainer, but it won't listen to her, and she's really embarrassed.
I need to see that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You need to. He's really famous, I guess. He's really a famous dog trainer, and she was on tour. She was like somewhere in around the world, and she flew back to Korea just to do that show with him.
Oh wow,
And so, yeah, you'll like it. I think you'll.
I think I would
You'll
like it.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Hey, Ali, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
No, you know, I don't know how real people's Instagrams are. You know, like sometimes people just do whatever they want on Instagram, but they're not really like that in person. But for some reason, I felt like you would be nice, you know, like based on what I've seen and the way you laugh and the way you smile. Are you just a joyful person?
Yeah, I would say I think I'm pretty optimistic and I'm really like easygoing, especially with friends, etc. Like, I just like to enjoy my life with friends.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Everyone out there, I'm happy to report what you see on Instagram is Ali. She's really nice and she's really friendly.
Thank
And
you.
she's been smiling this whole time. That's one thing that you know when you see Ali on the reality show or on her Instagram. She likes to smile a lot. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, and if you ever come to San Francisco, make sure you hit me up. And my family and I would love to take you out somewhere. We'll
All
we'll try
right.
to find some Neuromian somewhere, somewhere
Bet.
out here. All right. So you guys can follow Allie at allie.shen. I'll spell that out for you. It's spelled a little differently. Or you can follow Twinkle Black on Instagram or Shining Star Entertainment Official on Instagram. You can follow her in all those places. She has a couple YouTube videos as well. And I mentioned you can always follow us at Infatuasian Podcast at gmail.com. And you can follow us on Instagram at Infatuasian Podcast. And I'll write all these details out in the show notes. And so, Allie, it's been a total pleasure talking to you. I wish we could talk longer.
Thank you so much. Me too. It was really nice time talking to you. It's already been almost an hour.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, pretty long. Yeah. I mean, if you get me started on Taiwan, I could talk Taiwan for a while because I really enjoyed my time out there.
I need to know what you like. Maybe there are places that you have checked out that I haven't checked out.
Well, I don't know. So I haven't been there for 20 years, so it's been a little while. But so of course the night markets, but just the food and hanging out with the people. I used to just go to the college campus, the National Taiwan University, and just sit there and watch people. I thought it was just really a cool place.
Oh, wow.
To see fashion and just, and just people are friendly and they speak English, a lot of them. All the college kids speak English, of course, and
yeah,
a lot of good coffee shops. It was just a cool place.
Really?
I thought so. Well, maybe I only found a few, but I thought there were some good places just to sit.
Oh, yeah. I feel like to sit. There are some aesthetic ones.
Yeah, actually, so I'm not really a coffee snob, so I don't really, really care about the taste of the coffee. I just like a comfortable place to sit down.
For the vibe and the chillness.
Yeah.
I get that.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I know you had a long night. I won't expose you here on the radio. I know you had a long night last night, so I want to let you get some rest, and you got some more work to do probably today. But again, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And for everyone out there, thank you so much for listening. And on behalf of Allie and myself, we hope that you're happy, healthy, and safe out there. Thank you again for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Honey, honey, honey 是否越着这样称呼你？额头泛红，心事满口。